Here is Brian with the translation of the Drop of Inspiration of Ricardo Melo with the theme, You Choose to Have a Great Day. Hello, my dear friends. Good morning. How do you use your free will to determine how your day will emotionally be? Are you used to emotionally choosing how will be your day? That's exactly it. A survey shows that as soon as we wake up, the first 10 to 15 minutes are determined for us to really have a good or bad day emotionally. Why? Our unconscious mind is more receptive because we are coming back from sleep. So if you get up in a bad mood, with pessimism, only complaining, it's like you recorded in your inner GPS in the cell phone. GPS, you enter the address, and it drives you. Go ahead, 100 meters right. You are not worried anymore about typing the address. Why? Because your GPS will already give the route. The best time to write the script is when you wake up. In case your inner GPS is directed, if you wake up thinking it will be a bad day, probably all the situations and the events of that day will pass through the unwilling filter of your unconscious. This is very serious. Many people complain about the life they have because the problem is not the life. It is obviously the way you interpret the facts of your life. This is so true that different people living in similar situations have different feelings and make different emotional choices. So this drop of inspiration wants to remind you of what Jesus himself said. If you knock, you have the door open. If we seek, we find. If we ask, we get it. What does that mean? We have free will. So use your willpower every day when you wake up to determine that the day will be good and you will have a happy day. Remember the anticipated gratitude you choose how your day will be. In fact, my speech today goes a little further than I'd talked about. The first 15 minutes, they are decisive. So if you have a powerful routine of your spirit when you wake up, set it up in a very intense way. And if you don't, it's time to start having. Many people are like that. They wake up already late or hectic and start doing a lot of things with no time to take a deep breath, with no time to say a prayer or read a good message that magnifies them. It is important, I repeat, in the first minutes of your day. Choose how you want to feel. But before we go to bed, we must be careful too. Many people are not. Many people sleep watching TV or are only on their cell phones or even do other things and do not prepare themselves emotionally for sleep. So if you sleep with anger, with sadness, if you argued with someone, if you are distressed, it will only hurt you. Of course, the night of sleep will not be quiet. You already wake up thinking alike. Imagine a vicious cycle. What are we proposing here as a virtuous cycle? You see, it is sleeping well, waking up well, using your free will for it. Take care of you. It is not use waiting for God to take care of us if we do not take care of ourselves first. Do you agree? Problems we all have. This will not change from time to time. Everyone knows where your shoe squeezes, but if you justify your bad mood and your sadness with problems, didn't you realize you're doing exactly the opposite? You are putting in your GPS that you will be a sad person because you have problems. Do you understand how serious it is? You have already chosen to be like that and did not realize it. Watch out. We have to change this schedule. It must be like this. Despite the problems I have to put it on my inner GPS. Despite the difficulties I will face today, for example, I have a problem, I choose to be happy. I choose to have peace. I choose to have a good mood and be cheerful. Share the drop of inspiration with your contacts. Let's spread light and peace. Gratitude, my dear friends. Stay with God.